Hey everyone. So I get asked quite a lot how to personalize my files. A lot of my files are left with a blank space like this so that you can add names or important information or a passage or a quote or whatever it is that is meaningful for you. So the process is the same on any of the files. I've just chosen Hello Little One because I've recently had somebody ask how to do this. So I thought I would use the one that she's looking to work with. So I've imported it. This is the file. Everything is here off on the right hand side, all of the different layers. The first thing I do is I right click and I ungroup. Okay? And now I have everything as individual pieces. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to text, click on that, and it just automatically uses the text I like to use, which is called Planner Highlight. If it's something that if it's a text you like as well. I get it on Creative Fabrica. And then I'm going to type in the name. So this is my daughter's name. She's 16. It's been a long time since she's been a Hello Little One, but it'll still work beautifully. All right, so I put the letters where I want them to cut out. Make sure it's centered, that I'm comfortable with the look of it. And you can see when I typed, that layer went to the very top. And that's not where I want it, because what I want it to cut out of is this very top white layer, this one here. So I'm going to take my name and I'm going to drag it down. You can see the black line moving. When the black line is right above the layer I want, I'm going to let go. And now here's my letters, my name, and here is the layer that I want to cut out of. I'm going to select both of them. So I'm going to click on the name, and then I'm going to hold down Shift, and I'm going to click on the next layer as well. And now you can see they're both green. I've selected them both together. Down along the bottom of Design Space, you have a lot of different tools. We're going to use a couple of them today. So I'm going to hit the word, this here, slice. Okay. When I do, you then notice that I actually have 3 layers that I'm working with. Okay. So I delete this second layer here. Let me show you what it looks like. Okay. It is just the background of it. We don't need it at all. So I'm going to get rid of that. Now, if I show you that white layer, you can see that it's been cut out. So if I put it back, the black lettering, Claire Ryan, is still there. So if I hide it, you're going to see now that the second layer down the blue layer is showing through, which is exactly what we wanted. So we now have Claire Ryan cut out of that first layer. I like to go a step further in this. So when you go ahead and cut this on your Cricut, you're going to have the inside piece of the A's and the R's floating around. Now, it's not a big deal as long as you don't lose them. You can take them, you can glue them into place. Bob's your uncle, and that works too. I prefer to go a different direction. So I've kept Claire Ryan here. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to select it. So this is called the slice result. It's the basic cut. So I've kept it. I threw away that background cut. Down here you can see that one of the tools is highlighted, and this is your contour. Okay, so if I have this slice result highlighted, so the Claire Ryan here highlighted, and I go and click contour, another window is going to pop up. What I'm going to do is click on everything that I want to disappear. So I'm going to click on every letter. Now watch what happens when I click on the A. The inside of the A turns black and it stays. Same with the R. So if I do this with all of my letters, okay, I now have everything gone. I've contoured away everything except the inside of these letters. I'm going to click apply, and I still have Claire Ryan. And I have the inside of the letters. So if I move this away, you'll see what I have now. Okay? So I'm going to put it back. I'm going to duplicate this layer, the insides, and I'll explain it all later. But for the meantime, I'm going to right-click on them, and I'm going to duplicate them, okay? I'm going to just put them over here. I don't want them right now. I'm going to hide them, actually, so that I don't have them visible. So I'm now going to take this slice result, and I'm going to bring it down so that it's above the blue layer. So I grab it and I drag it down, and you can see that black bar. So now all of the inside pieces are right above the blue layer. So I'm going to highlight both again. So I select the top one, I hold Shift, select the blue layer, and then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to slice them out of the blue layer. All right. So I'm going to throw away the slice results. Now I don't need them anymore. And so you can see if I select the black layer and drag it out, sorry, not the black layer, the blue layer. If I select the blue layer and drag it out, I now have the insides cut out of them. So the only issue I see now is I still don't see that, right? Because on this top white layer, I have to still get rid of the insides of those letters. You can see the A and the R's are still all there. So we highlight that layer, we go back down to contour, and now I'm going to click on the insides of those letters. And I'm going to click apply. All right. Now the insides are black. Why are the insides black? Let's think about this for a minute. I'm going to hide all of these top layers just so you can see what it is that we're working with. So my top white layer, let me zoom out a bit so I can show you everything. All right. So here's my top white layer. The letters are all cut out. All the insides are missing. Perfect, exactly what I wanted. The blue layer, the insides are cut out. The insides are cut out so that I can see through to the next layer, and the next layer is black. Okay, so I could solve that problem. I could select this black layer and I could change it to the same color as is on my top. So now my insides are the same, but you can see we've lost a lot of the coloring and the dynamics when we have those two colors, those two pieces of paper that are going to be the same color. So I don't like that. All right, I'm going to show you one more step that I want you to do. So we are going to select the black layer, and I'm going to duplicate the black layer. So now I have two black layers. All right, I'm going to put it back in its place. I don't know why it doesn't duplicate in place. That's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. And this is where we want, remember way long ago when I said duplicate these? This is where we want those back now, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my second black layer and I'm going to change its color to white. I know this seems like a lot, but I promise once you've done it a number of times, it's really not difficult. Okay, so I now have my slices. I have a white layer, a blue layer, a black layer, and a white layer. The black layer and the white layer are identical to each other for now. I'm going to take my slices, I'm going to put them back in the exact same spot. I like to zoom in and just make sure that I've got them as close to the spot, to the original place as possible. I'm pretty happy with that. All right, what do you think I do now? Now I'm going to take these slices and I'm going to put them above the original black layer. Okay, so now I have my slices and I have the original black layer. Now remember, the original black layer, and I duplicated it and changed it white. They are identical right now. So now I'm going to select the slices and select the original black layer. And I'm going to go back down to slice, and I'm going to slice them. I'm going to delete those pieces because I don't need them anymore. I'm going to zoom out so that you can see what we have now. All right, so my original white layer. Can I maybe make this just a little bit bigger for you? There we go. Sorry, guys. All right, so my original white layer, that's layer 1. Layer 2 is the blue layer. So layer 1 has Claire Ryan cut out of it and the insides missing. Layer 2, the blue layer, has just the insides missing. The black layer also has the insides missing, so that the insides can show through on this 4th layer. So as long as the 4th layer and the 1st layer, when you're creating your design, are the same color. Let's put this all back together for you. There we go. As long as the 1st layer and the 4th layer are the same color, the insides of your letters will match this top. If they are not the same color, and some people like this and that's okay, but if they are a different, if you use a different piece of paper, a different color for your 4th layer than your 1st layer, this will be your result. Okay, I'm going to go back to the white. Now I can also change both of these colors, right? If I want it, of course I can. There we go. And then turn everything back on so you can see what it's all going to look like finished. Go up to align, left, and top. There we go. There we go. And there is the finished product. I actually think I'll change this pink for you so you can see it a little bit better, because it's kind of a pink all over the place. There you are. So it seems like a lot of steps, but it's really not, and you can use this idea anywhere.